So let's talk about intelligent agents. The first thing to know is that you access intelligent agents from course admin under communication. The first thing you're going to want to do for each of your courses is go to the settings gear icon in the upper right-hand corner. The default, it's gonna look like this when you first access the intelligent agent. It's going to show the system default. So the email is going to come from this address, this name, and this address. And you want to change it to set custom values for this course and change it to your own name and email. Otherwise, if a student replies, it's going to go to the information technology help desk. It's not going to go to you. And they might not open it because they might not recognize CCC OIT. So that's the first thing to do for every course, every semester. Now, this is an existing intelligent agent, so I'm going to click the little drop-down arrow and click Edit. There's different sections. There's the top section, scheduling, criteria, and actions. So the first thing you do you need to give it a name, obviously, but make sure that the agent is enabled. So just check that, click that checkbox. Under scheduling, you can choose how often you want it to run, and you can give it a start and end date. I'm going to do that because I don't want this to continue running the whole time this course is open, because that's 6 months. So the end date is going to be, we'll just make it here. I'm going to save as I go in case something happens. So scheduling is done. So the next one is criteria. And I'm choosing student or participant. And in this case, I've chosen the user has not accessed the course in the last 3 days. If you wanted to, you could use release conditions, which would be something like they haven't taken a quiz, they haven't submitted an assignment, things like that. The next part is the action. You can take action only the first time, but in this case, it's a reminder that they haven't been logging in, so I want to take action every time it's enabled. So note that because I changed my name and email in the settings earlier, it's going to show you where that comes from. The key here is to put exactly this text in the to field. The curly or open curly bracket, initiating user, close curly bracket. This will pull the email address for each of the users who have been identified earlier. Then the subject would be anything you want. And then finally, it's really, really important to personalize the intelligent agent. Otherwise, it doesn't have the same punch and the same impact. So if you put open bracket, initiating user first name, close bracket, that's going to replace that with the user's name. And then it just looks like it's an email from you to them. It doesn't look automated or canned, and it just has a bigger impact. There are other replace strings you can use. Like, as you can see, I'm using last course access date, and this little link here will show you the other replace strings that you can use. You can include attachments, and I would just leave the email format as HTML. So those are the important points. I'm going to hit save and close. Those are the important points of an intelligent agent. And it's next going to run today at 2 o'clock.